Hey everyone, it's Craig and Jeff here. Just want to give a little disclaimer before we start this thing off. We had a few audio issues with this episode, so it's not as nice of quality as I guess we're used to, which is, I guess, a little disappointing, but hey, you can still hear our good conversation on our Mailbag show here. So we had some good questions. And actually, Jeff, we'll just give somebody a little easy question here to start off the show because we have time. And we just had a question come in. So here we go. We'll start off the show with Kobe just asked us, would you trade Sony Michel for T.Y. Hillen?
Easy question. Good question.
I think Sony Michel's done.
I do too.
But I don't know about T.Y. Hillen either.
Yeah, I don't know if it's whichever one's going to help you most. I think it's completely fine. I don't think there's a whole lot of value for Sony Michel anymore.
I think T.Y. Hillen could have more value here. Paris Campbell's gone. I think T.Y. Hillen's going to have a little bit more value. So I think I'd do that trade if you're considering it.
Not to mention, what's his face is coming off the IR possibly soon too, and Sony Michel, Damian Harris might even take a further hit on Sony Michel. So yeah, I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah. So hey, look at that. Kobe gets a question to start the show, so that works. All right, now we're back to the actual show, which might not sound as good as this, but hopefully it works for you.
Welcome to the Fantasy Football Profit Podcast, hosted by Craig Phillips and Jeff Torrey. Visit us at fantasyfootballprofit.com. And now your hosts, Craig and Jeff.
Welcome everyone to the Fantasy Football Profit Podcast. I'm Craig Phillips, joined as always by Jeff Torrey, and tonight we're talking NFL football again, I'd say. Mailbag episode this week, which is always fun because we get all kinds of random questions that actually make us think a little bit, that stuff we're not trying to think. We don't, random scenarios that pop into your head, a lot of trade stuff. It's always fun to try to, come up with these on the air, as we like, especially tonight. We've not prepped for this one. We're hitting these questions just we'll see what we think. I don't know how it's going to go, Jeff. But before we do that, I'm gonna hit you with something again to put you on the spot. So today's episode is sponsored by MyBookie again. So what I wanted to do for today's episode by MyBookie, I want to pick some lines here, pick some games. We haven't done that this year. Okay. So this is going to be it for the year, Jeff. Last year we did the whole season. This is it. This is our championship right now, week 3 of the NFL. So
you really want that title? I do. Take it back.
I do. You beat me by 1 game last year, so I'm throwing you on the spot. I'm not giving you any time to prepare, any time to prep, and we're going to pick games right here to start off the show. Brought to you by MyBookie. So go to mybookie.com. Use that promo code PROPHET, PROPHET. Get you signed up. They'll get you a bonus to get some action in there, because now at this point, after 2 weeks, I think we have a little better understanding of some teams. So this is where you want to, this is the time to go make some money, right? So go over to mybookie.com. So here we go, Jeff. We're just starting this off right away. Dolphins. Let's see, Dolphins at Jacksonville. Jacksonville 3-point favorites.
Give me the Jags, man. Minshew mania. I'm taking that.
I'm going Jags too, actually. So we're not gonna switch it up here. Next up, we have Raiders at the Patriots. Patriots 6.5-point favorites at home. 6.5.
Give me the Raiders.
Man, I was going Raiders too there. Raiders plus 6.5. I don't know if they say they're gonna win, but
I didn't say that.
I think that's a good line for them. Rams at Bills. Bills 2-point favorites.
Rams at Bills. Bills are 2-point favorites?
Yep. I'm going Rams. I'm going Rams.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
It is. I'm going Rams plus 2. I like the Rams. I think they've got something figured out this year.
Give me Bills, actually.
So Bills for Jeff minus 2. All right.
God, I'm starting to really dislike them, but they're good.
Texans at Steelers. Steelers 4-point favorites at home.
Give me a Pitt, man.
Yeah, me too. Houston just doesn't seem very good right now.
Show me something.
49ers at Giants. Giants 4.5-point favorites. Underdogs at home.
Only 4.5.
It's just of all the injuries. I'm still going 49ers.
Yeah, give me 49ers then. Definitely.
Yeah, that's it.
And thank you for the free win.
That feels like it right there. Titans at Vikings. Wow, Vikings are underdogs, 2.5 points. That was ugly.
Give me Titans for sure.
I'm going to go with the Vikings just because I just feel like that they have to. I don't know.
Snap out of it.
Maybe they don't, because that was just really ugly.
It was really bad. So
Washington at Cleveland. This is interesting. Cleveland 7-point favorites at home. 7 points.
Oof.
7 points.
I can see this going either way. Which way am I guessing?
No, I'm going to go Cleveland. I think they seem a little better. I don't really buy anything with Washington. Yeah, that's a lot of points, though. I'll still... You know what? No. I'm going to go Washington. It's too many points. That's too many points for me.
Washington has not been as bad as I thought they were, and that's the best compliment I can give them.
That's too many points.
I'm going to go Cleveland though.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was just.
It is a lot.
On
that one, I think they, Vegas has you dead to rights. I think they're winning no matter what.
Bengals at Eagles. Eagles 5.5-point favorites. I'll go Eagles here.
Eagles are 5.5.
Yeah.
Give me Bengals actually.
You gonna go with that one?
Yeah, they've been impressing me. Eagles have not. Even if they don't get the win, I think it's gonna be close.
All right. Bears at Falcons. Falcons 4-point favorites at home.
Falcons.
Yeah. Bears. They can't go 3-0. They're not good. They're the worst 2-0 team. Jets at Colts. Colts 11-point favorites at home. That's a lot of points, but Jets are bad.
Oh, they're so bad.
I'm going to go Colts because I just think the Jets are that bad.
11 points.
11's a lot. It's a lot. That's almost, it is a lot.
Are they that bad? I mean, are they 11 points bad? Oof. I mean, who did they play? They played the 49ers, and who did they play week 1? I'm trying to give them some sort of redeemable.
I don't even remember anymore.
It was the Bills.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, both good teams. 11 points, huh?
Yeah.
You know what? Give me the Jets. Oh, I hate myself for that. That's why I'm going to lose it on. But give me New York.
All right, Panthers at Chargers. Chargers 6.5-point favorites. I'll go Chargers. No McCaffrey. Going to LA. Yeah, I'll go Chargers.
Yeah, give me Chargers.
Lions at the Cardinals. Cardinals 6.5-point favorites. Give me the Cardinals. I'm telling you. I just can't buy in the line. I know this is the game they might win, but
yeah, I mean, give me the Cardinals too.
As
much as I hate to say it.
Bucks at Broncos. Broncos are underdogs of 6.5 points. And Driscoll.
Give me Tampa.
Yep, could be ugly. Cowboys at Seahawks. Seahawks 5.5-point favorites at home.
Well, this is anyone's guess, but I'm going 5.5. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Seahawks, though. I do believe in them. I think it'll be high scoring.
I'll go Cowboys here.
Oh, okay.
I'll go Cowboys. That's
going to be a good one.
It's going to be, that's a solid game. I'm interested in that one. That's a 4 p.m. game on Sundays. That'll be a good 4 p.m. game. So then we got where do we go here? The night game, Sunday night game, Packers at Saints. Saints 3-point favorites at home. I'm going to go Packers, actually, from what I saw from the Saints.
Yep, actually, I'm going Pack, too.
And then Monday Night Football, it's a fun one. Chiefs at Baltimore. Baltimore's 3.5-point favorites.
What everyone wants to see. Give me 3.5. Dang it.
I don't love going with the road underdogs ever. I just don't love it.
Vegas has
I'm going to go Baltimore. I'm going to go Baltimore. I'll go Baltimore. Minus 3.5. This is a tough one. It's a good game. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a great line because I can see a world where they give me. I can't go against my gut though. I'm going Baltimore too.
All right, there we go. We got those lines were provided to you by MyBookie. So once again, make sure you guys go check them out at mybookie.com. Use that promo code PROFIT, and we're gonna see who our 1-week season champion ends up being. If it's me or Jeff here. You beat me last year by 1 game after the entire season. The entire season. We literally picked every single game the entire NFL season against the spread, and Jeff beats me by one stupid game.
And we both would have won a little bit of money.
Yeah.
That's saying something against Vegas.
All right, mailbag time here. We got some questions from our listeners. We got Kobe S. He's asking, who do I waste my number 1 claim on? Mike Davis or Jerick McKinnon? You know what? I don't even. So no, here we go. He has Mixon, Chubb, Taylor as the starting running backs. So it'll just be on bench. Don't waste it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it. Now they're not worth that. Not worth it when you have those. You're just pretty set at running back. So no, they don't need to do it. Elvis Cardona asks, Jonnu Smith or Hayden Hurst rest of season.
Oh,
so close.
I go Jonnu. I don't know what.
I think I think I'm there. I'm with you.
Okay. I was gonna say, I wouldn't blame anyone if they go the upside of Hurst because the amount that Atlanta has been throwing, but I think Jonnu is much more in tune with what Tennessee is trying to do. It will be up and down, don't get me wrong, but it's great to see that he's able to score multiple touchdowns. So yeah, I like him more.
All right, so let's see here. Ryan asks, is it time to drop or trade Deshaun Watson? I don't think drop. But I wouldn't mind trying to trade him. He says also as if there's any trade value left. That's right. The value is going to be maybe it's just a hold and hope they figure something out. But
I think
I don't love it.
It depends on. I mean, it all depends on value and who you already have, right? If you have a backup quarterback you believe in, or someone that you can get off the waivers, like more power to you. But if you can't get anything for him, if it's not going to even be a player you get that you can stream during off weeks, then what is the point?
Yep. All right.
Or wait until he does good 1 week and then try to.
King Brinkley asks, is James Robinson the real deal? So,
very good question.
I think he's good enough. He's just I think he's an average running back. He's average, right? But he's going to get a lot of work. And the offense is better than I expected. So, you know what? As in, is he a fantasy option? Like, is he the real deal as he is a fantasy option to play as like a flex? I think so. I think he's actually a pretty good one there. Nothing special. I don't know. I mean, just like Jordan Howard was a fantasy option for a few years, and I didn't think Jordan Howard was really any good. James Robinson might be a similar player to that, but it's an option. It's a fantasy option. I think you can plug him in as like a flex type player as your third, and you feel pretty solid about it. So.
Yeah, I agree. He's a starting running back that has established himself. It looks like they do have a game script down in Jacksonville, and right now he's getting 16 carries a game, not a whole lot in the pass game. But if you keep getting that, they're good enough that will definitely give you points. So yeah, he's definitely a startable player.
Jackson Berkeley asked, should I trade Julio and someone else for Calvin Ridley? Is that really where we are?
No, I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that either. I get where you're coming from. We talked about that last show. Maybe trade Julio, but I'm not going to do that one. All right, Dabrowski asked, who would you rather have for the rest of the season? Darren Waller or Zach Ertz?
Waller.
It's real simple for me already.
He was close. He was very close for even in the preseason rankings. And the question was, what happened last year? Is it going to continue to happen? With Tyree going down more so, and then we've already seen it in a couple of games. Yeah, 100%. We know that he is, as long as he stays healthy, he's going to get a lot of targets. He's a great guy to own right now.
So, we've got a bunch of stuff here from Brother Coffee Bean EVB. He says, I'm in a crisis for tight ends. He says, I have Vance McDonald and O.J. Howard. What should I do to them? Release them.
Woof.
Get rid of them.
Yeah.
He says, if I trade for a tight end, it says my options to trade for are Noah Fant, Darren Waller, Jonnu Smith, Tyler Higbee. If you can get Darren Waller and you're not giving up everything, go get Darren Waller.
Yeah, he'd be my number one for sure. But those three are very good options.
If you can make a trade, like maybe Jonnu Smith doesn't really demand as much in a trade right now. So Waller's going to obviously demand something. You might be able to get Jonnu Smith for a less. Either way, all four of those, even Noah Fant, they're better than the two you have.
Yeah, 100%.
So just get rid of Vance and OJ and get one of those guys. Don't give up the farm for them. But if you have, feel it out, I would say, if you have to. All right, let's see here. Wide receiver wise, he says, I got AJ Green, DJ Chark, Terry McLaurin, James Washington. He says he's thinking of trading James Washington if you can. I mean, I don't think you can trade him. You can just release him.
I mean, that'd be great.
But so basically, or would you pick up one of these guys for him? So drop James Washington, who would you pick up? Russell Gage, Chase Claypool, Robbie Anderson, Phelan Lazard. I think it's Robbie Anderson the way he's played for 2 weeks for me. Or Russell Gage.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can go either way, Anderson or Gage. For some reason, even though Anderson is, without Christian McCaffrey too, I don't know why I lean more to Gage, but I think Robbie Anderson is the correct answer.
I think it's Anderson, then Gage.
Yeah.
Then Claypool, probably. So, all right. CJ Martin asks, it's a flex question. Would you start Darius Slayton, Jonnu Smith, or Leonard Fournette? We're getting all the positions in this one.
I would do Fournette.
I'm going to go Fournette, too. I think they're going to give him a lot more chances there. our next question from, let's see here. What do I do about Allen Robinson? So hopefully listen to the last episode. We talked about Allen Robinson. I do think he's a buy low. It says, will he rebound soon? I think so. Hopefully, check that out. Go listen to our ranks episode. We talked about some buy lows. Allen Robinson, to me, I think he will bounce back. He's a good enough player. And it says also, what are your opinions of Hayden Hurst? We've talked about him a lot. I think Hayden Hurst is a really good wide receiver. Tight end. The only thing that could, hinder him from being extremely productive in fantasy is there's so many options to throw the ball to. Yeah. That's the only thing I think that can hinder him. I think he's good enough.
I think he is going to be up and down. He's not going to be consistent. Is he worth having? Absolutely, because he does have that upside. But I like a lot of tight ends more than him. Again, kind of preaching it, but because of that exact thing. And especially, if we saw one game he did catch the touchdown, but he hasn't had a lot of targets, I would say. Yeah. And both of these first two games, they threw it a ton. And the one blind spot that I think everyone had was we didn't realize Gage was going to be this involved or this good.
No, it really didn't.
And that one kind of does throw everything off. So yeah, he's a good player. He's an athlete, but they don't need him at the moment. So we'll see what happens.
And then he ends the questions with, "Can you give an outlook on Mixon?" I feel like you just listened to me. Listen to the last episode again. Another buy low. I do think Mixon's going to turn around and be fine. No worries there for me. Breezy BP asks, "Is Frank Gore a viable long-term starter?" No.
No.
And also Anthony Miller, same question.
No,
it doesn't seem like it right now. W. Schmidt, what is Jonathan Taylor's trade value moving forward? It's up there. Don't get rid of Jonathan Taylor for anything other than another top-end guy.
I don't know. I truly don't know who I would give up instead of having him.
I think it's pretty much impossible, honestly, to trade him unless someone's in love with him that gives you a lot for it.
Yeah.
Because I think his value, with running backs falling everywhere, the volume he's going to get. He's a top 10, easy top 10 the rest of the season already. It's not even a question.
And the way, I was going to say with volume.
Yeah.
You're probably looking more like top 5.
Yeah.
No one's going to give you Zeke for him. I guess even if you just name running backs you would take over him right now, who would they be?
Over Taylor?
Yeah.
Well, obviously
Zeke, yeah, right.
Kamara, Henry, Cook, Jacobs.
Allaire?
No, I don't
think
so.
So you have, and I would say that's about right. And then there's some you could throw in there. Aaron Jones might be an interesting one.
Probably missing somebody will yell at me for later, but let's.
No, do we say Cook? Anyway.
Yeah, we said Cook.
Anyway.
I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, so if you don't have one of those top 5 running backs, and usually people aren't going to trade straight up, right? They're not going to do
very often.
Yeah, exactly, this for that. And for those top guys like that, a top 10 running back or something, I'm usually not looking for a 2-for-1 either. Yeah. It's not the way, I know me and Craig always say this, but try to get the better player in the deal. And if you're going for a 2-for-1, you have to believe that they're going to be on a downfall of production, which Taylor does not seem to be.
And Miles Sanders would be where the level comes in. I think I might want Taylor more than Sanders. I don't know. They're very even. Maybe Sanders slightly ahead. They're close.
I think Taylor is a little safer, but I'm a huge Miles Sanders fan.
And Chubb, I'm a big Chubb fan, and Mixon, but I think Taylor is just guaranteed this volume at this point, and he's been doing better with it. So
yeah, he's the only guy there.
All right, let's see here. A couple more questions. Eric Roberts asks, would you do this deal? You would get Michael Thomas and Lamar Jackson. Okay? Michael Thomas and Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
He would trade away Russell Wilson and DeAndre Hopkins. It's funny that this isn't even a question anymore, but it is. It's actually a pretty good question. Michael Thomas. Okay. If Michael Thomas was healthy, I would just do this in a second.
And Hopkins and Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I think I might want the Russell Hopkins side. Just because of the injury. That's it. Just because of the Michael Thomas injury.
I know. Normally I would say this would be like a no-brainer.
But I think because of the injury, I think right now it's just the timetable is not certain. He could be back next week. Who knows? But it doesn't seem likely. I think I'm going to have to. So he'd be getting Thomas. So he doesn't have to do the deal. He would just keep his team of Russell and DeAndre. And I think I might just keep my team.
I think I would keep it. I would only because why take the injury on right now when Hopkins and Thomas look like they're going to be, even if Thomas comes back and he's Thomas of old, right? That what we're used to seeing. The way they're using Hopkins down in Arizona, it seems like they're going to be very comparable. And right now, yes, obviously, do I rather have Lamar? I would. But Russell is on a mission. He's putting up major points. And that team has to score a lot. So even though I don't think Russell Wilson is obviously Lamar's level yet, I do think that he is close enough this year where I take the safety of you could take 2 more wins in a row while Thomas is still out. Mm-hmm. Depends how deep your bench is. But, yeah, I would hold pat. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Steve, this is a simple start-sit question, though. He asked us on Instagram, in a PPR league, who would you start? Beckham, Chark, McLaurin. I'm going McLaurin. Me.
Oh, my God. Once again, I can't believe that's the question and a very difficult answer.
I'm going.
I think you do go. Who is McLaurin playing? That's what I was going to try to look up.
They are playing against Cleveland at Cleveland.
Yeah, I guess I would go McLaurin. And notice the crazy part about that is OBJ would probably be. He might be the third on that one. I'm not even sure.
It's close. I think I might go back.
Go him or DJ Chark. DJ Chark has been. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's very fair. He's about to go to against Miami. He's been very consistent, but not as many looks. Okay, yeah, I can get behind that.
All right, Jordan asks, should I trade Wentz for Cooper Kupp and CeeDee Lamb? And I'd do that all day.
Yeah, why not? You can make up for that quarterback easily.
Right, it's not even, not even close. I would easily do that. All right, let's see what we've got any more. There's a bunch more questions. If we don't get to your question on today's show, I'll be trying to answer you guys on Instagram. So don't worry. I'm going to try to get to as many people as we can. We have quite a few questions out there. So TJ asks, should I trade Cam Newton and Melvin Gordon for Christian McCaffrey and DJ Chark? I think you have to. I don't even worry about the injury. I think that's just a deal you have to do.
Yeah, I think that's a league winner.
Yes.
After the fact, you just have to stay relevant, afloat for 5 weeks or so.
Yep. I would definitely do that. Yeah, that's how you win leagues, I think, right there. All right, final question. I'll just leave it off with this one. We got James Walsh asks.
Oh, my God.
He just says, can you provide 2 running backs and 2 receivers who will finish in the top 15 and are available on our waivers in our league?
Oh.
Sorry, they're
it's
not.
actually a halfway decent question from him.
The ones that are on waivers and they're in our league currently, James, I don't think they're there. The only one I would say is if Mostert got completely hurt and Jerick McKinnon would be there possibly, but that's not happening. Mostert's going to be back.
I like the if.
Other than that, I'm sorry, I don't think they're there. Devontae Freeman, I don't believe in. And there's no receivers out there to finish top 15. At least in our waivers, for sure.
Yeah,
Any waivers. So unless the volume continues for Russell Gage at a crazy rate, which, hey, crazier things have happened, right?
Actually, I do have one more from YouTube, The Dream and the Seed. Hey guys, thanks again, another great video. Thank you very much. What do you guys feel about switching out Gallup for Gage? So dropping Gallup to get Gage. It's a very interesting
I don't think I'd do it.
You wouldn't do it?
No, I don't think I'd do it. I know Gallup hasn't been...
Here's
the numbers aren't great, but it's close. It's been close.
Okay, it's close, but at this point, I mean, are you viewing Gallup as a number 3? Do you view him as a number 2?
He might be, but I think his number 3 is better than Gage's number 3. They're both number 3s, if the worst case. I still think Gallup's a better player than Gage. Gage, I just don't know what he is yet. I just don't know. I need to see something more. So I'm gonna go. With
stick with Gallup.
Yep, Gallup. All right, and actually, you know what? I lied. We do have one more question. We got an email from Brett. So Brett says he lost 3 players after a weekend of injuries, and
Respect.
Jeff is hurting bad in our main league.
Real bad.
Like real rough. Jeff already had it rough this year anyway, because in our league, we're in an auction keeper league, and you can trade money from year to year. So he mortgaged the future to win the championship last year, and he did. He won the championship, thank God, because that'd be really rough right now if you didn't. But you had no money going in. You kept McCaffrey, which now that hurts. You decided to spend some money on Le'Veon Bell,
which is out for
Cortland
at least 3
Sutton.
weeks.
It's just
Cortland Sutton. He's out for the year.
He's currently in Jeff's starting lineup for next week. You guys can make fun of him if you want. This is a 10-team league too. This isn't even a 12-team or a 14 or 16. This is a 10-team. Jeff currently in the starting lineup has Alan Lazard and Marcus Valdes-Scantling and Chris Thompson and Sony Michel.
Yeah, waivers are going to be very, very aggressive for me this week. I can't wait for it to, what will be Wednesday night.
All right, back to Brett. So he says he has Kelsey and Jonnu Smith right now. So his thought, because he needs to do some moves here, is to try and trade Kelsey for Mike Evans and James Robinson. So he currently has DeAndre Hopkins, DK Metcalf, and Jalen Reagor at wide receiver. His running backs are Joe Mixon and Leonard Fournette. So he'd put Jonnu as the tight end. He'd get Evans to go along with Hopkins and DK. And then he'd get James Robinson to go along with Mixon and Fournette.
Would he play both of those players? Is that a flex position?
I believe.
I believe both of them would play.
You know what?
I don't actually hate it.
I think you have the right mindset here. I guess my thing would be, I love the Evans part of it, and I get the James Robinson part of it, but I don't love James Robinson. I don't know enough. If that's what I would try to do. If there's an upgrade from Robinson, but it doesn't even have to be much because.
You have to find a team that's willing to do that.
I would. Okay, I don't 100% know if I would do this deal right now, because if you can you play Kelsey and Jonnu at the flex, both of them, and that's maybe what I would do. Would you rather play Jonnu Smith or James Robinson? I don't honestly know. Man, this is a tough one for me. This is tough. I'm actually leaning towards. I think this could be a solid move. It really depends on what you think about Mike Evans. That ends up being a lot of this deal. But Kelsey's Kelsey. He's just that good. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can trade Kelsey because I don't think I can. I need somebody better than James Robinson as the second player in that deal. Because I like your receivers with Hopkins and DK. I like that first start. He also says, I also have Cam on my bench with Murray at quarterback. I thought about trading Cam too. Definitely, if you could get a wide receiver for Cam, or if you could package Cam and Kelsey and get more top end guys. Something like that. I just don't think I can do the Kelsey deal.
Yeah, I would rather have it almost the opposite way. I feel like you can. I love Evans. I mean, that would be great to have him.
I just don't.
But if you're going to get if you had a higher end running back to pair with maybe a middling wide receiver, I would much rather have that than the opposite. James Robinson could turn out to be fine, but we know Kelsey is going to be more than likely the number one tight end. He's a difference maker. So I'm kind of on Craig. I don't hate it at all. My initial reaction was, oh wow, maybe, but I think right now I would try to get a little bit more because Kelsey, unless he gets hurt, will always have a big trade market. Yep. So you don't have to do it right now.
Yep. So all right, it's gonna do it for Mailbag. So always some interesting stuff in there. So yeah, then again, if I haven't got to your questions, we didn't get to them here. We'll try to get to them on Instagram and answer as many as we can for you here before the games start this week. So, all right, that'll do it. We'll be back, late for Thursday Night Football. What is Thursday Night Football? I should look that up, right? What is the game this week? I'm just losing my mind. What's the game tonight?
So we just went over it.
We did bet the game, so it's probably the first one we did. So Thursday Night Football is a game that I can't even find right now. This is bothering me. It's taking way too long. I'm trying to fill time by talking and try to get this to, not sound as awkward. And it's Miami-Jacksonville. So.
Oof, big letdown for that.
wasted too much time to get to that.
That was a lot of runway to get to
that. James Robinson, there we see what that is.
Full circle, everyone. Full circle.
See if he is. See if Myles Gaskin is something, if Matt Breida can do something. What's going to happen is this is going to be the Matt Breida breakout game if I decide to drop him in our league that we're in. So if Matt Breida does something in this game, I dropped him. If he does nothing, I kept him on my team. That's how this works out. So that will do it. Until then, talk to you guys later.